Bonjour, bienvenue, welcome to Paris. Is the city of love, of romance, amour, of sexy French men and elegant ladies. I'm gonna be honest with you, lads. I'm a little disappointed. I've got everything except, I used to have a beret, a comedy beret, to go with my comedy French outfit that my French partner loves, and I have lost it. 'Tis gone. I have a feeling that I wore it to some sort of comedy hat event or party, and it is no more. Which means I am definitely going to buy another comedy French beret at some point. Anyway, the reason I'm French is because today we embark on a journey to Paris in Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. Now, one quick note. Yeah, while I do that, one quick note, quick disclaimer before we start. This is not actually the director's cut of Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. That's what I tried to install on Steam, but turns out if you've got a Mac, then you have some problems with games. So I bought my first Mac a few months ago, mainly because for video editing and video production and so forth and such like that, thinking it's a MacBook Pro, it'll be good enough to handle the sort of games that I want to play. Not, games like Broken Sword, point and click adventures. I thought, I'm not going to be playing AAA adventure games. I'm not jumping on the Fallout bandwagon. Spoilers, I did try to jump on the Fallout bandwagon, but I can't for reasons we'll get into. So at the time I didn't think I'd be doing any streaming. I just didn't think about it. Problem is, this is game 2 of 2 now, which I have spent days trying to get into a playable state. So it turns out, I did not know this when I bought a Mac, but the games market for Macs is, it makes sense when you think about it, considerably lower than it is for PCs. Which means that a lot of publishers just don't see the value in making Mac versions of video games. I didn't realize this at the time, but I thought older games like this will be fine. It's not fine. So I had the same problem with Blade Runner. The updated whatever version it is only runs on Windows. I had to find a scum emulated version of the original for that, and here we are with Broken Sword, which confusingly is adapted for Mac. However, the problem with Macs, the other problem if you try to game on Macs, is that a lot of older games are 32-bit games, and modern Macs with modern OS systems, they just don't support 32-bit games anymore. So I bought Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templar Director's Cut, thinking it was playable on Mac. My mustache is already getting itchy. This is going to be coming off very soon. And it turns out I can't play it. Fortunately, long story short, if you buy the Director's Cut, it comes with an emulated version of the original game, which, fingers crossed, does work. I had some teething problems with it. I think it works. Okay, so that is what we're going to be playing today. But first, because I've tried to throw my mouse across the room, because we're in Paris this week, gonna have a little glass of wine. I've got myself, if I can get it open, 2021 Bordeaux Superior, which cost me the princely sum of £8.75 English pennies in Morrison's. £8.75 for a bottle of wine. It's daylight robbery. But my partner does like Bordeaux. I also like Bordeaux. And we're kicking off a new adventure, so we're going to crack this open, and I'm going to try to not drink it all before my partner gets home tonight. We will see how that goes. While I'm doing that, I think we should probably get the game started. So, let's kick this party off. In just a moment, he says, hopefully.
Paris of the year and the end of the millennium. The city holds many memories.
We're gonna cut the French music. Cut the French music from there. Okay. Here we go. I think we're in. We got it. Oh, the nostalgia. Yay! Big glass of wine. So always, I think a lot of sound issues that I've had in the past should be okay. We will see how it goes. In the meantime, cheers. That's nice. Say Barrington, top work on the soundtrack. Look at this man. Hey, Paris. Oh, this is a nostalgia trip and a half. Now, as somebody who's been to Paris, I have to say a cafe shouldn't do that. And here we go. We're in. We're back.
As life went on around me,
I have accidentally skipped the first bit of dialogue. Anyway, so as I remember from this, there's nothing difficult to pick up about it. It's literally just hover over thing, click on thing, do thing.
I contemplated crawling under the umbrella and pretending none of this had ever happened.
So I did. Ooh.
The leading article referred to the visit of a Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state. That was the only news story.
Wow, one of those unpronounceable Eastern European states.
Then I
What,
noticed
like
the writing at the foot of the page. It read
Croatia
13
or Serbia, probably, something like that. Well, he's an American. Let's be fair, he's an American tourist. I remember not being a big fan of George, Mr. George, American tourist Stobart here.
I considered climbing the lamppost, but it wasn't going to shed any light.
I say that. I think I seem to remember warming to him a bit. I think he's all right. He's a little bit smarmy, if I remember correctly.
I considered straightening the table, but I figured it best not to disturb the evidence.
Also, my favorite thing about this is the most French detail in all of this is that there's just been an explosion at this cafe. This guy's in the background, he's just carrying on his work. He does not give one solitary shit that a cafe has just exploded next door.
I examined the jagged glass remaining in the window. It was broken, all right.
Broken, like a broken sword, perhaps. Yeah, your cafe shouldn't look like that. Oh, this mustache is itchy.
I tried not to meet his stare as I searched the dead man's pocket. No wallet.
Just
no
beg the
papers,
question
no
why you
credit
would just
card.
randomly just
The
check a
guy's
dead
past
guy's
was a blank
pockets.
page.
I mean, I'm gonna guess the reason that I don't end up getting into crazy adventures is that if like a cafe exploded next to me, I would probably leave, or wait for the police, or maybe even call the police.
I needed a stiff drink, but I hated the taste of brandy.
It's forcing you, George. And then finally we get to this poor waitress. Sacre
Oh,
bleu.
my head. Never again. How much vodka did I drink? Oh, no, don't tell me. What is your name, Sherry?
George Stobart, ma'am.
Oh, American.
She
Oh,
asked the question
how
quite
disappointing,
innocently, but I could sense her reserve.
Wait,
It was
yeah.
something which seemed to afflict all Europeans. You look like you could use a little help.
I could
Oh,
use
no,
a
I-
little drink. I feel sick, dizzy.
Have some
I
vin
don't even
rouge.
remember the party.
Just relax and take it easy. You've been knocked out.
You don't say. What happened?
There's been an explosion. You should try not to move.
Are you a doctor?
Oh, lads. Am I a doctor? I don't know. I don't know who George Stobart is. He's not a doctor, is he?
No, but I used to play hospitals when I was a kid.
Oh my god, George.
Can you remember anything at all?
No. I need a drink. Pour me a brandy.
I'm gonna go on a limb and say that voice actress is not French. Yeah, you know what?
Straight or with
You had a
ice?
rough time.
Just give me the bottle with a teat on it.
I guess a little drop
Just
won't hurt.
give me the bottle with a teat on it. No.
That's better.
She knocked back the brandy as if it was water. I was glad I wasn't picking up the check.
What about your man? Is he dead?
Oui. Il est mort.
Yes, he is.
Oh, mon Dieu.
Mon Dieu,
I've
indeed.
never seen a real-life corpse before. Except for Grandmaman. That was different. She was family. Has he gone stiff?
I shouldn't think so. He's only been dead a few minutes.
Excusez-moi. Yeah, me. Okay. So yeah, as I remember, pretty standard point and click stuff. Now, fun thing. Oh my God, Joe! Yeah, you forgot about Broken Sword. I remember. So actually, it ties into what I was about to say, which is I played this on the PlayStation 1 way back when. Now, given that this game came out in 1996, I believe. I looked it up the other day. I think it was 1996. 1996 predates PlayStation 1 analog controllers by 2 years. So I don't remember, but there is a good chance that I played this game on a PlayStation 1 with a digital controller. Which is insane for a point and click game if I did. I don't know exactly, but it didn't seem to bother me at the time. There we go. Anyway, we're going to interrogate this poor drunk waitress who probably also has a concussion.
Do you remember what happened when the clown entered?
I remember that horrible tune he played, all right. It was like a funeral dirge.
I'd never liked accordion music either. Did the clown speak to the old man?
No, he just laughed at him. Then he grabbed the old man's briefcase and ran out of the door.
I have to say, if I was in a foreign country and a cafe blew up, then I would immediately start pretending that I was a detective as well.
Did the old man
Perfectly
try
normal.
to stop the clown?
Oh,
Why would you
didn't have a
Why would you
chance.
ask this?
The clown dropped his accordion and ran out of the door. That's it. That's all I can remember.
Did you see what the old man had in his briefcase?
No, he didn't open it.
Also, if you were here, surely you'd just be like, jog on, dude. Like,
What did the old man do when the clown snatched his briefcase?
Nothing. He just sat there like he was frozen.
like it was frozen, huh? Frozen like a British man who is, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this bit, but
Did you know the old man?
you carry
No,
on.
monsieur. I never saw him before.
How did the old man behave?
Well, agitated. He kept looking about him at the door, at his watch.
As if he was waiting for someone?
Yes, I suppose so. He was worried about something, that's for sure. If you ask me, he was having an affair. He had that
oui,
look
because
about
he
him,
is
like
French.
his husband.
You know what those French are like.
Did this newspaper
Tut, tut,
belong
tut.
to the old gentleman?
I don't know.
Someone has scribbled a note on it. It reads, Salah Ed-Din, 1345. Does that mean anything to you?
No, monsieur, nothing.
By the way, I'm on the lookout for a French sidekick to solve this mystery that I've decided to solve. You want to be my
About this
French
newspaper.
sidekick?
I told you, it means nothing to me.
Okay.
Stay
Okay.
here, mademoiselle. I'm going to look around for evidence.
For some reason. I remember.
Site.
Oh, okay. So right click doesn't do anything. Let's left click. Okay, I think we have done everything there is to do here. So let's go out into the street. So the clown. So yeah, we can go over here. So the clown went that way. So we too will go that way. For some reason, I, George Stobart, an American tourist, am pursuing a bomb-toting, accordion-playing clown. Yeah, we're going down there, aren't we? A perfectly normal thing for American tourists to do. Oh, am I going to look in every single bin?
It smelled like someone had dumped a truckload of fish in a locker room on a hot summer afternoon.
It smells like a bin. What are you saying? Oh, kitty! Oh, kitty! Oh, good kitty. Oh. Ah. Oh, my menu's up here. Right. So, I remember. So you can... Yeah, if you go to your inventory, you can click on things you have. And that's right. And combine them with the environment. Right, can I put this in the bin? No, he doesn't understand.
I'd had it with sticking my nose into French trash cans.
Again,
I tried to
a
lift the
perfectly
cover with my
normal thing
fingers,
to
but
do.
couldn't gain any leverage.
If only there was some sort of tool or some sort of man who might have tools around. Okay.
Freeze! Hold it, right there.
Oh,
Hold it
shoot.
right
I'm
there.
innocent. I'm an American.
Can't make up your mind, huh?
I demand to see
Hey.
the American consul.
Drop your weapons and get down on the ground.
Put that thing away, Sergeant. Move. I apologize, monsieur, but I cannot permit you to leave.
Am I under arrest?
Ah, no, I would simply like to ask you some questions. En avant, to the café. Marche.
Enfin, j'en ai marre. Qu'à faire?
What a mess. This bombing is an outrage, is it not?
Stop that, monsieur.
Oh, it's the
holding your
comic
breath
relief
at
guy.
once.
It's ridiculous
Has
comedy
it occurred to you
Frenchman.
that he may be dead? Move.
Oui, monsieur. But I prefer to look on the bright side. Besides, I recall a case where the killer escaped by feigning death.
I am fairly sure none of these voice actors are French.
However, in this case, the man is quite dead. Clearly, the killer knew of his presence and...
How many times have I warned you about premature extrapolation?
Oh,
All we know is
that's a sex
that he is
joke.
dead.
It seemed reasonable to assume...
A great detective assumes nothing. Take Maigret, for instance.
But he was a fictitious character, monsieur. Why, he was no more real
Oh, I
than
do.
Poirot or Tintin.
I hope this bit goes on for a long time.
They were comedy Belgians. Anyway, it is unlikely that even you will learn much from talking to the dead. Examine the girl and take her statement, if you can.
I doubt if she is in a fit state for questioning, monsieur.
I questioned her.
It smells to me as if she has been drinking.
Oops.
As I feared, we have stumbled upon a den of iniquity. Move.
Leave her to me, sir. I am used to handling drunken women.
Oh my
I do
god.
not doubt that for one
Oh
moment.
my god.
Et maintenant, to business. Your name, please?
Oh, we're gonna
Stobart.
do the whole statement.
And what brings you to Paris, Monsieur Stobart?
Yeah, what does bring you to Paris?
Travel. I'm touring Europe.
You chose well. The city is most beautiful at this time of year, no?
Yeah, I guess so. Apart from the bomb blasts.
Were you in the vicinity of the cafe at the time of the explosion?
Yeah, I was sitting out on the sidewalk. I was lucky I wasn't killed. The inspector passed over my remark with no reaction.
Did you see the deceased enter the cafe?
Yes, we did.
Yes, I did.
Was he alone?
Yeah.
And did he say anything to you?
No, he was more interested in the waitress.
Did you see anyone else in the cafe?
So
Yeah,
a
there was a
clown.
guy dressed as a clown. He was carrying an accordion.
An accordion?
In Paris?
Bon.
Ça, c'est
The picture is
impossible.
forming in my mind, and it is not a pretty one. Is the girl all right, Moo?
She'll live if she survives the hangover. She
my
doesn't
God.
remember seeing a clown, monsieur.
That's odd, don't you think, monsieur? Who am I to believe, I wonder? Eh bien, I have heard enough.
What do you mean?
I am satisfied that you know nothing. You may leave. I hope this little incident does not spoil the rest of your vacation.
Off you
What
go.
about my personal safety? Can't you at least give me some advice?
What can I say? Stay alert and look out for suspicious characters.
And don't cross the road until the little man shows green.
Great advice.
I honestly believe you are in no danger, monsieur. Should you remember anything of importance, please contact me. My card.
Thanks.
That is all. You may go.
There's not much to go on, monsieur.
On the surface, no. But what lurks inside the subconscious? If the door can only be opened.
Are you serious, monsieur? I thought your interest in psychic detection was
Oh my
purely
God, what is it
academic.
with these guys?
Academic. You are about
Oh my
to
God.
face a scientific breakthrough.
Oh my God. Hey, it's Nicole!
Excuse me, mademoiselle? Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Smooth, George.
An American by the sound of it.
Menace and
That's
David.
right, on holiday in Paris. Some holiday, huh?
You were here when the bomb went off?
Sure was. Sat right out front of the cafe.
Did you notice a middle-aged man, maybe 60, with an hat and overcoat?
I couldn't believe it. She hadn't even asked how I was feeling. Yeah, he went inside just before the bomb exploded. You weren't related to him, were you?
Oh no, nothing like that. I am Nicole Collard from La Liberté.
What's that, some kind of
Oh
nightclub?
my God, George.
No, it is a newspaper.
You're a reporter?
I'm a freelance photojournalist.
Say, you could interview me about the bombing. You know, an eyewitness account. Minutes after the outrage that shook the whole of Paris. You know, real-life drama, human interest, that kind of stuff.
I'll just stick to the facts, thank you. Did you see who planted the bomb?
I know it sounds crazy, but he was dressed like a clown.
Oh God, it's him again.
It's him again.
Have you met the clown before?
It's a long story.
I have plenty of time.
I don't.
Okay.
Who was the guy you were supposed to meet?
His name was Planter. I didn't know him, but he called me last night. He said he had a story which would interest me. He asked me to meet him at the cafe. I
These
guess I'll
accents.
never know what he wanted to tell me.
Not unless you have Rosso's gift for psychic interrogation.
Can I skip? Clown's back.
Why won't you tell me about this
Ah.
clown?
Why do you want to get involved?
Because he almost killed me. Isn't that reason enough?
I guess so. Listen, I'll give you my phone number. You help me with my story and I'll let you in on what I know. And let's get one thing straight right now. This is strictly business.
Okay, it's a deal.
I have to go develop these pictures. À bientôt, monsieur.
Fine, I'll, see you soon.
Okay. So, first order of business. That mustache is coming off. Oh! Second order of business. The string of garlic's coming off. Oh! Yeah, that feels better. Right. Let's go get involved with the conspiracy. I'm gonna go talk to this guy down here. We're gonna get, I assume, some sort
Hi,
of tool
can
to
you
open
spare a
that
few
manhole
minutes?
cover.
I thought you'd been arrested.
No, it was a misunderstanding.
When he pulled that gun, gah! I thought that was it.
Those automatics pack quite a punch, you know?
He made a mistake. He thought I was a terrorist.
You? A terrorist? Ha!
He was only doing his duty, I guess.
I don't really want to ask him. I just want to see if he's got something to open that manhole
Did you
cover
see a
with.
clown come by this way?
A
No,
clown?
he didn't come that way.
Like in a circus?
Yeah, with makeup and a big red nose.
Huh! Those guys are funny, aren't they?
Not in my experience.
I love the circus, especially the horses.
You haven't answered my question. Have you seen a clown?
You think I've got time to watch everyone who passes by? Some of us have to work for a living.
I work in the mafia, you know. I'm just a crazy guy.
Did you see an old guy with a briefcase?
Wait, silly old coot. Do you know what he said to me? Work fascinates me, he says. I could watch it all day.
Where's this
Can't
guy
beat
supposed
it.
to be
I
from?
could have knocked his block off.
He sounds like he's in the mafia.
Did you recognize the old man?
No. Should I have done?
No.
Was he a celebrity?
No, but I guess he is
Celebrity.
now. His name was Plantar.
Was? He's dead then?
Yeah.
That's too bad. Now I wish I hadn't called him what I did. If only I could turn back the clock. If only I'd been more tolerant.
Regret and remorse are strange emotions. They really bring out the hammiest actors in people. Look, I know you're busy, but surely you'd have noticed a clown.
I told you already. I didn't see a thing.
He was wearing multicolored baggy trousers and makeup.
He'd be a poor sort of clown if he didn't.
Listen, I have to find that clown. He's a killer.
Say, who are you anyhow? A cop?
No,
You'd
of
think so.
course not. I mean, do I look like a cop?
I guess not. How do you know this guy's a killer? Did you see him in action?
Didn't you hear the explosion? The cafe was blown up.
The clown killed the old man?
That's right. Blew him up with a bomb concealed in his squeeze box.
I'm not sure it's necessary to
Why
make
did
us
he go to the
go
border
through this,
dressing up like a clown?
through this whole
Who
dialogue.
can unravel the tangled logic of a killer's mind? I guess it's some deep-seated psychological need. Or just plain showmanship.
Don't really want to
Would you
ask
like to
him
read
about
my
these.
newspaper?
I haven't got time to read that. Can't you see I'm busy?
You could read it on your lunch break.
10 minutes is all I get. And if my boss had his way, I wouldn't get that. He'd have me on a drip, so I didn't have to stop to eat.
Oh, take the newspaper and quit complaining.
Bah! Look at this. Damn bleeding out liberals. Cha! Save the dolphins. Catch them and eat them, I say.
Jesus
All
Christ.
that fuss over a bunch of fish. Nah, that's more like it.
Oh my
Look at
God.
the size of those. Like champagne bottle corks.
Oh my
no?
God.
Ah, what's this? Saladin running in the Prix de l'Arc de Triomphe.
It's a racehorse?
A horse? A legend! Bucephalus reborn, mon ami! Like a streak of lightning she is!
That was a long way around to get to that. And yeah, the fact that
Do me
he's
a
so
favor,
intent
won't
on
you?
tracking down this
Keep
killer
an eye
clown
on my
on his
boy.
own
I'm off to put some money on that nag.
does suggest George has some unresolved issues with clowns. Oh, also that was a long way around just to get that guy out of the way so I could pilfer his box. Pilfer his box sounds like a... Okay. It's not what I wanted to look at. Is that?
Bonjour, Kula.
Oh, hi. It's George Stobart, the American at the cafe.
Don't know that I need to do that right now.
You said to call if I could help.
Have you any news for me?
Well, I haven't had a lot of luck.
You found nothing.
No.
Smooth, George.
I'm very busy right now. Call me if you have
Actually
any news,
gonna-
okay?
Oh, Yeah, I guess.
Adieu, monsieur.
Yeah, see ya.
Yeah. I moved myself. Hang on a minute. I'm just moving myself around. I moved myself at the top because I thought all of the captions were going to be on the bottom, but clearly that's not the case. So I'm going back down the bottom. Oh my god. Why did looking in that box just bring up the envelope? Anyway.
I found just what I wanted.
Yes, there we go.
Collecting manhole covers.
Can I get in there? Don't know why I would want to get in there.
The door was securely locked.
Let's go get in a manhole. Another perfectly normal thing that tourists do on holiday after having survived a bomb blast. Has George just got concussion at this point? Is that what's going on? Okay, so if I remember rightly, pool, manhole. Here we go.
I lifted the cover to reveal what smelt like the entrance to a sewer.
Gonna go out on a limb and say it's the entrance to a sewer, George. I honestly forgot how much of this game is predicated on the idea that a man just decides to do the exact opposite of anything anybody would do in this situation. But yeah, here we are, I guess. Is that a hunky red nose?
I picked up the plastic
ball.
ball,
Yes.
I realized it was intended to be worn. It was the clown's red nose.
What?
The nose was hollow. Printed on the inside were the words La Risée du Monde, Paris.
La Risée du Monde, Risée. What's Risée mean? I actually don't know what Risée means.
I scooped up the sodden tissue.
Why?
It was cold and greasy, like breakfast leftovers.
George, you're in the sewers. Why would you do that?
It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers. I took hold of the scrap of material and unsnagged it from the spike. It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer.
So can't get over there, so we're gonna go up here.
Hi there.
Bonjour, I guess.
Right there. You sewer rat. I knew you'd come back. And now I've got you.
What are you talking about?
You're trespassing. Come out of there immediately.
That's what I'm trying to do. Give me your hand.
Ha! You won't catch me with tricks like that. Keep your distance, monsieur.
Okay, okay.
Now, what were you looking for?
Terrorist clown, I guess?
I was looking for a clown.
Huh, ridiculous. Do you really expect me to believe that?
He planted a bomb in the cafe and blew it up.
George,
What?
George, stop talking.
The cafe? Blown up? Mon Dieu! That is awful. And you say the person responsible was dressed as a clown?
That's right. He blew up the cafe, escaped into the sewer, changed his clothes, and came up here.
Ah, mon Dieu! Then, the man I chased, do you think that man and the clown are one and the same?
Well, was he dressed as a
Yes,
clown?
it had crossed my mind.
Ah, that still does not explain what you are doing down the sewer. For all I know, you are in league with him.
Oh no, I'm just a tourist.
Haha, most tourists are content with the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre, or the Pigalle. I didn't realize my waste pipes were such an attraction.
Oh, Jesus Christ, what am I realistically gonna ask this guy?
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
What is there to tell? He was a typical criminal type, just like you.
I'm not gonna
Does
know
the
anything
name
about this
Plantar
guy.
mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't. Who is he?
The man who was killed in the cafe. I'm gonna find the guy responsible. I'll find him. Even if it means following him down every sewer in every city in Europe.
Ah, you need some sensible boots. You won't get far in those stupid sneakers.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Oh, she isn't hurt, is she?
No, she's fine.
Oh, thank heavens. A poor girl like her isn't safe with the likes of you roaming the streets.
I mean, that's probably
Can't you understand?
probably fair.
I'm not a gangster. I'm an American tourist.
Ah, that's what you say.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
I didn't notice. Now are you going to leave? Or do I have to call the police?
Fine. Actually,
Take a look at this false nose.
I've never seen it before in my life.
This is what I used to open the manhole cover.
Just as I thought. You were up to no good down those sewers. What?
One slip and I would have been up to my neck.
actually,
Do you recognize this material?
I am not telling you anything.
no, George.
I
Just
have to be
just-
going.
Yeah, you
I'll
do.
let you out.
You really do, George.
Thanks for your time.
Go on, be off with you.
Aha. I mean, I guess we go see what's over here. I'm gonna find anything else in the sewers. Anything? Aha! Ah, okay. Oh, okay. It's just where the pins are. Guess we. Oh, it's not that guy again, is it? Oh, that's why the envelope came up. The guy had a phone in his toolbox.
Excuse me.
That's
Not so fast.
why.
I'd like
Okay.
your personal details, please.
Oh no, it's a different
What
guy.
for?
In the event of an accident, it would help us to know where to send the body.
Look, is this really necessary? I came in here to talk to Rosso.
Ah, why did you not say?
Have you had any reports concerning a suspicious clown?
Why, yes. There was a fracas only this morning. 3 arrests for public disorder.
And you say there was a clown involved?
A clown and a particularly offensive piece of sculpture with balloons. Are you in any way involved with the reprobate, monsieur?
No, not me. May I see Inspector Rosso?
He's not here.
But
Do you wish to leave a message for him? I have a choice of blue or black pen. I'd recommend the blue for a less formal communication.
I'd prefer to talk to him in person.
As you wish, monsieur.
Thanks for your help, officer.
There's no point doing anything here, apart from using the phone. I think we have a clue. I think we call Nicole. The thingamajig. And the
Bonjour,
nose.
Kula.
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi,
Oh, not a
George.
stalker.
Any news?
No. How about
Oh.
you?
George, the
nothing new.
nose has a. What was...
It was a bright red...
I thought the nose had an address in it, or it had something in it. E. Okay, I guess. Guess we go back, have a look around again.
There was nothing inside the...
Toolbox.
The toolbox didn't...
Yeah. That's a phone.
Hi there, remember me?
How could I forget? The man with the sewer obsession.
It's not an obsession. I just like the ambiance. What does this tissue mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur. It's disgusting. What on earth possessed you to show it to me? Someone had emptied their nostrils into it.
You know what?
I have to be going.
Yeah, you do.
And you, monsieur?
Yeah, you do, George. So that way just takes us back to the map. So what was the thing that was written in the nose? That's a normal sentence to say, isn't it? Oh, I don't want to talk to him, but okay.
Sergeant Moo?
You heard the inspector. Go on, monsieur.
But.
Did you find the victim's briefcase yet?
No, sir. The inspector gave me specific instructions to guard this door. Until he countermands these orders or backup arrives, here I stay.
I really did see the clown. He ran into the alley across the street.
Did you follow him?
I lost him. I figure he went underground.
Do you
Literally.
know how many kilometers of sewers there are beneath this great city?
It's not a question I've lost sleep over.
I have no doubt that Inspector Rousseau will organize a proper search.
How did you and Rosso arrive at the scene of the explosion so quickly? You arrived within minutes. Was it a tip-off?
Inspector Rousseau's sources are a perpetual mystery to me, monsieur. There are some who say he has made a pact with the devil.
And what do you think?
I think he is the devil.
What is Rosso doing with that girl?
He is giving her the once-over, as you Americans say.
Huh?
Once he gets his teeth into a case, nothing will shake him off.
Was he serious about all that psycho-detective stuff?
Of course. Inspector Rousseau is a pioneer and a visionary. His revolutionary methods, once perfected, may change the face of law enforcement forever.
I can't see it taking off in L.A. I've tracked down the clown's movements, Sergeant.
Is that so, monsieur?
Yeah. There's a man down the street who saw him crawling out of the sewer.
Dressed as a clown?
No, he changed into ordinary clothes by then.
So, how did he know it was the clown?
He didn't, but all the clues add up.
Little children can add up, but I wouldn't let them manage my bank account.
I was one of the last people to see the victim alive, Sergeant.
Does that worry you?
Yes, it does. I feel I owe it to him to find his killer.
That is best left to the authorities, monsieur. Did he speak to you? Tell you anything?
No, he just grinned and nodded.
Don't let it trouble you, monsieur. Go home and try to forget.
I know the identity of the dead guy. His name was Plantar.
Is that so? You knew him, did you?
No, but
We'll know everything there is to know about him soon enough.
I'm trying to be helpful here.
The best way you can help us is to go home, monsieur.
See you later, Sergeant.
I think the best way I can help right now is to put this on the Be Right Back screen and go feed my cats. Because My cat has just come into the room. He needs his food. So, while I think about what the hell that I've missing right now, I'm going to go feed him and pour another glass of wine. So, if you get it, let me know. 2 seconds. Right. What am I missing? So, what was written on the inside of that nose? That was a clue, right? Also, what else? What else am I missing? I don't know. I don't know. We already stuck. So we've got the. Hang on.
It was a bright red plastic nose.
Yeah.
Part of a clown's costume.
Yeah.
It was the scrap of material I'd found in the sewer. The card read, Augustin Rosso, and gave an address to the south of the Montparnasse Cemetery. It was the soggy tissue I'd found in the sewers.
So we got tissue. So yeah. So what? There was something written on the inside of the nose. I forget what it was. Something du monde. Something of the world. There's that guy down the way said something about a race course. I can't remember what that was. But there's is there anywhere? Have I missed somewhere? I'm gonna go back down the sewers, I guess. Guess that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put my jacket on because it is quite chilly in this flat.
I took a deep breath and prepared to climb the drain pipe.
Really?
I guess the clown had an escape over the rooftops.
Yeah, we knew that. We knew that. I don't feel like I missed anything down here. But I mean, who knows? Maybe if I come back up, that guy won't be expecting me and I can go have a poke around that courtyard. Maybe? Yeah, can't get across there. Obviously, probably can't get around there, I wouldn't have thought. Oh, he's gone. Ahaha,
The
ahaha.
fountain had probably been attractive at one time, but now it looked like an old stained urinal.
Right.
The door was locked.
Sounds like it might be dangerous. What? Why would you
Hello
knock?
again. What now?
Oh my god. Right, you know what? I'm just gonna ask him about everything.
Tissue?
I don't
We miss
remember. Ah, yes I did.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at my card?
Mm-hmm. What is this? Inspector Augustin Rousseau? What does that say? Hominoid Division.
A homicide. I think the ink's smudged.
Mm-hmm. Then you are not a tourist.
Okay, I'm not. I lied to you, and I'm sorry.
Don't apologize, monsieur. You know,
Yeah.
I had a feeling there was something different about you. It is your posture, your poise. Oh, yes. There is no mistaking the bearing of a disciplined man. And I should know. I was in the army.
Cool, cool. Can you give me a clue
When
now?
I was your age, I was fighting for my life in the African desert. How can I help you, Inspector?
Let's start over from the beginning.
Here we
And tell
go.
it just like it was.
Oh my god. Is this literally just going to be asking the same things again?
Tell me about the man you apprehended.
He was an
Or maybe not.
one, monsieur. He grabbed me in an arm lock. His face suddenly next to mine. His grip was like iron, but he did not know what he was up against. Oh no, he made a big mistake when he took on one of the desert hyenas.
Yes, I get the picture. Does the name Plantar mean anything to you?
No, it doesn't.
Do you know the waitress at the cafe?
Yeah.
So you don't want to hear?
No.
I thought
No.
I'm sure you... Do you know the...
Oh my god.
Just answer the...
Yes, I know her. Quite well, you could say. She came to work at the cafe 7 months ago. I look forward all week to the relief she gives me when she visits.
Really?
No.
So you
Ah oui,
miss
oui,
her
oui.
if she wasn't there?
Oh, mais oui! Who else would I find to cut my toenails?
Oh my god.
Was the guy you saw carrying a briefcase?
Why, yes, it was. Clutched in his arms like a baby.
That belonged to his victim.
Oh, what do you think was in it? Drugs? Stolen jewels?
I don't know. But the killer thought it was worth a man's life.
Nothing is worth that, monsieur.
Right.
Take a look at this false nose.
Aha! That looks like a clown's nose to me.
Precisely. He must have dropped it in his panic.
Unless he wanted you to find it.
Why would he
Never
want to do
mind.
that?
Never mind that. What does it
Show off the
say?
scent.
Oh, God.
Does this piece of material mean anything to you?
That is the same cloth as the jacket I found.
What a surprise.
I recognize that pattern anywhere.
Aha.
Now, about the jacket
Ha,
you
ha, ha.
found. Do you have it here?
No, monsieur. One of the sleeves was badly torn, so I sent it for repair. A pity, because otherwise it was a fine piece of quality tailoring. It had the tailor's name inside on the label.
Where
Yes?
did you send the jacket?
I gave it to an itinerant Romani seamstress.
Just my luck. Was there anything in the jacket pockets?
Not a sou. You know what I think?
Do tell me.
He changed out of the cloth
Ugh.
suit and cunningly disguised himself as an ordinary person.
Looks like I'm up against a mastermind. What was the name on the label?
It was a foreign name. Todrick, I think.
Did you get the address?
There wasn't one, monsieur. Only a telephone number.
Well, I don't expect you to remember a phone number you've only seen once.
Haha.
74 98 08 59.
You're kidding. That's his phone number?
Yes, that's it.
Clues!
And it's a
Yeah!
secret that I learned in the desert. I was taught the technique by a Tuareg shaman.
That's incredible.
It comes in handy at the supermarket checkout. Do I get a reward?
Honesty, monsieur, is its own reward.
Then I'm glad I do not rely on honesty to pay the bills.
I have to be going. Thanks
clue.
to your help, the citizens of Paris can sleep a little easier tonight.
Raymond, I was only doing my duty, monsieur. Good luck, Inspector. I hope you catch that killer soon.
Okay. Right.
Hello? Who is this?
Hi, my name's George Stobart. You don't know me.
Correct, Mr. Stobart. I don't. What can I do for you?
Well, I'm trying to trace one of your customers. Could I maybe come over and talk to you?
No. No, that's not possible.
Oh, okay. Forget it. Listen, all I want is a name.
What are you talking about? Who are you working for?
I guess you might say I'm acting in the interests of truth and justice.
Thank God. I thought you were the police.
There are innocent lives at stake, Mr. Todrick. Lives that you could save.
You're collecting for charity, yes?
No, I'm not. All I want from you is information.
Go on. I'm listening.
What do you know about the clown who
Oh my
bombed the
God.
Café
Why
de
would
la
you ask
Chambre
that?
d'Hiver?
I don't have no idea what you're talking about.
You're cool, Todrick. But I think you know more than you're saying.
I don't know who you be, but sure I am you don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you're saying that to make me think you don't know what I mean, but... Oh, this is ridiculous. Quit playing games with me, Todrick.
I tell you, I know nothing about no clown.
Did you
Yeah, you
know
do.
that one of your customers was a part-time clown?
If a guy feels happy with a funny nose and custard down his pants, what's the problem?
Do you know a guy called Plantar?
No, I never heard of him.
Shall I tell you what happened to Plantar? How he was killed in cold blood?
I told you, I never heard of Plantar.
I expect Plantar's a family man, don't you? In their little apartment, Madame Plantar is
He
cooking
can't
the
do the
supper,
tough guy thing.
listening for the familiar sound of her husband's key in the door. Junior is waiting for his daddy to come home from work. He can't wait to show him the merit marks he earned in school today. Only tonight, Monsieur Plantar won't be coming home.
You forgot the puppy.
Huh?
The faithful puppy dog, waiting for the sound of his master's
Yeah.
voice.
Well, maybe they don't have a dog. What do you think?
I don't know Plantar. I never heard of Plantar. None of this has anything to do with me.
Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Is that enough clue? Is that enough clue? Can we pull Nicole and get
Bonjour, Kula.
moving?
It's me again, George Stobart.
Hi, George. Any news?
You bet. I met a witness who spoke to the clown. And I know where the killer gets his suits.
No kidding. Hey, I'm impressed.
You are? Well, it wasn't easy.
Look, why don't you come here to my apartment?
Fine. Where do you live?
361 Rue Jarry.
Okay, I'll come right over.
Somewhere. We are getting somewhere.
The same amount of money would feed a starving family for the rest of their lives. I guess people who buy that kind of stuff don't have a problem with their consciences.
George is a weird guy. I forgot that he's a weird guy.
Oh, hi.
Bonjour, monsieur. Would you like me to foretell your future?
No thanks.
I'm very good, and it only takes a minute.
Thanks all the same, but I'm not superstitious. Besides, if it only takes a minute, that's not much of a future to look forward to. Are the flowers for sale?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay. I'll take a bunch of those white ones.
Real smooth,
I wouldn't
George.
do that if I was you.
No?
They are lilies, monsieur. Some people
Yeah.
associate them with death.
That is true.
Well, thanks for telling me. What other flowers do you have?
Dahlias?
What do they signify?
Insecurity.
I don't want to give her the wrong idea about me. What about the tall yellow ones?
Those are iris, the flame of passion.
And the little yellow ones?
Sensuality.
Oh,
They're no
George.
use to me. I want to make an impression, not jump down her throat.
George,
Do you know a
George,
young
George.
woman called Nicole Collard?
Yes, I
Nicole
do.
Collard.
She lives upstairs from me, in the apartment block across the street. The door isn't locked, but you'll need to give it a gentle nudge. It sticks, you see, because of the damp. The landlord said he'd fixed it before winter sets in. He's been saying that for 3 years.
Ooh, landlords.
How long has Mademoiselle Collard lived here?
Why would you ask
A
that?
few months. She's in
Why
for
would
a
you ask
shock
that,
when
George?
the cold weather comes. Drafty windows, insufficient heating. It's a struggle to keep warm. The only reason I stay is because the rent is cheap. You're a young lady. She deserves better.
The middle of Paris, I'm not sure that rent is cheap.
I thought Mademoiselle Collard was a successful photographer.
Not as successful as she makes out for all her fine clothes.
Oh,
I heard
burn.
her crying herself to sleep at night.
Oh my god.
That's awful.
Now don't you let on that I've told you. She's proud, that one. Too proud, if you ask me.
I've changed my mind. Will you tell my fortune?
You're going on a long journey.
My, oh my. What a surprise. Can you tell me anything I don't already know?
10 francs, please, my dear.
10 francs? That's a ripoff.
Please yourself.
Oh, it's €3. It's €3. Oh.
How does this fortune-telling routine work?
If I knew that, I wouldn't be selling flowers for a living.
Haven't you ever wondered why you were blessed with the gift?
Well, it's a bit like satellite television, I suppose. Some of us are
Satellite
born
television.
with a built-in receiver dish. I just happen to be one of the lucky ones.
Can you really foretell
my
the future?
Only time will tell, monsieur. The strange thing is, I can't seem to see myself in the future. Other people, I have no problem. But when I try to see what might happen to me, nothing.
That must be scary.
Maybe.
With an E.
I figure it's a kind of natural safety mechanism. Either that, or I don't have a future.
See you later.
That's right, monsieur. You will.
Okay. Well, that was a
Remembering
conversation.
the flower seller's advice, I pushed the door gently just above the lock.
Real gentle. And then just let myself in, apparently.
Bonjour. I'm glad you could make it, monsieur.
Please, call me George.
Fine. I'm Nicole. Take a seat, George.
This to my giant telephone.
Eh bien? And what have you been up to?
I've been exploring the sewers beneath the cafe.
I thought I could smell something bad.
The clown used the sewer to escape and to change out of his costume. I guess he was in a hurry. He left his jacket behind.
And?
I got his tailor's phone number. What's more, I know where he hired the clown suit, too.
You had better luck than I did.
Luck, she said. Luck! Hard work, I'd call it. What happened?
I took my photographs to the editor, but he wasn't interested. Can you believe it? He told me to drop the story.
But you're not about to do that.
Oh no. I am going to find out what's behind these killings. You know what I think? It's a conspiracy. The police in 3 different countries have kept very quiet about the murders. The press don't connect them at all. They blame them on political, religious, or militant minority extremists.
Well, that covers just about everyone. How did Plantar get your name?
For the newspaper, La Liberté, I'd written an article linking 2 unsolved murders, one in Italy and the other in Japan. The cases were remarkably similar. A wealthy victim, no apparent motive, and a costume killer. Plantar said he could supply me with more information. Somehow, the clown must have known about our appointment.
Tell me more about the clown's previous victims.
The first was Onno Bellotta, the millionaire pharmaceutical baron. He made his money from amphetamines in the post-war slimming and diet boom. Imagine it! Millions of housewives literally speeding their butts off.
Was he killed for his money?
No. He had no living relatives, and his fortune went to the orphanage where he grown up. The only witness in the case was his Filipino au pair. She swears he was lured to his death by a snowman.
Lol.
What about the clown's second victim?
Yamada, the controversial Japanese green politician. He inherited his fortune from his father's electrochemical consortium. He was committed to dismantling Japan's automobile industry.
I can't see him gaining much support with a loony policy like that.
Yamada was a man of
Oh,
vision.
George.
He was years ahead of
Oh,
his time.
George, that hasn't aged well.
How did he die?
At the hands, or should I say, flippers, of a giant emperor penguin.
A snowman, a penguin, and now a clown. You know, I
Walk
hate
into
to
a
admit
bar.
it, but this is scary. And I'll tell you what, I won't be accepting any invitations to costume parties.
I don't blame you for being scared. I am too. But this story could be my only chance of a big break.
Or a premature death. You speak very good English for a French girl.
Thanks. You speak very good English from an American.
Ah. Zing.
I found this false nose in the sewer. It has La Risée du Monde
Cinnamon.
printed inside
There
it.
we go.
The laughing stock of the world. It's a
Ah,
costume
okay.
shop near the Gare Saint-Lazare.
I'll check it out. Maybe the owner
There we
remembers
go.
who hired the clown costume.
Why don't you put it on, George?
No way am I wearing this. I'd look really stupid. Besides, he might have had a cold.
But you're perfectly happy picking
I
up
found this tissue down the sewer.
used tissues.
Oh, that's disgusting, George.
I think the stuff on it is grease paint, like actors use.
Ah, okay, that makes no
Or
sense.
Clowns.
It's still disgusting. Get rid of it.
No, I'm gonna keep hold of it forever.
I found a piece of material near the cafe. When I showed it to the concierge, he recognized it right away.
It's very distinctive, all right. Just wait until you see this. I developed the film I shot at the cafe. Here, George, it's an enlargement I made. Look what that guy's wearing.
Checkered pants. The same material as I found in the sewer.
That's right. This guy shouldn't be difficult to find.
Oh no?
Take a close look at his left cheek.
A scar. In the shape of a horseshoe.
Oh, a crescent moon.
Ooh la la.
How come you enlarged this photograph of me?
Because I noticed the guy behind you, of course.
Smooth. Smooth, George.
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, there is not much to tell.
Well, how did you get into photography?
I guess I owe that to my father. He bought my first camera. I was 8 and my parents had just split up.
Did you live with your father?
Yes, my mother went off with her new boyfriend. I don't mind. Papa was all I needed. 4 years later, he died in a plane crash.
Ah, I'm sorry.
Well, it's all right. I don't mind talking about him. He was more like an older brother, really, always joking and laughing. Papa always wanted I should study art. That's why I went to college.
Did you learn about photography at college?
Oh, God, no. I couldn't afford the materials. We were billed for everything we used, paint, canvas, paper. Most of my year turned to minimalism. It was cheaper. I used to go poaching in the park for squirrel hair. The only time I wasn't hungry was the term I did printing. I used to eat the potatoes.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
Oh, no.
Yeah, I bet.
Do you have a boyfriend?
That's none of your business.
Jesus Christ, George.
Can I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Okay, say that, but to call who? Really gonna call Todrick again? I mean, just in case.
Hello?
Yes.
Who is this? Mr. Todrick? Oh, it's you again. What now? Did you make a suit for a man with a scar on his face? A scar in the shape of a crescent moon? Maybe.
And a horseshoe.
Maybe not. Tell me where I can find him and I'll leave you alone. And if I don't,
I'll
I won't
call
leave you
you
alone.
for
I
10
can't
minutes.
tell you anything unless you give me his name. Do you know where I can find the guy with the scar? I told you. Without a name, I can't help you. Thanks for nothing, Todrick.
Okay, we need a name. Right.
I'm going back out to search for that clown.
Where?
I guess I could visit the costume shop.
Good idea.
Bye. Hope you don't cry yourself to sleep tonight. Okay, let's go find a clown. Whoop-de-doop. Who's animal?
I gave the dummy Puro a tentative prod, but it didn't move. Excuse me.
Bonjour, monsieur. Please, come in. Welcome. Leave the mundane world behind, for in these four walls, fantasy is king.
I don't want a costume.
Didn't you ever dress up when you were a child?
Not that I remember.
Incredible! You'll be telling me next that you never shared your elder sister's lingerie.
I don't have a sister, and I think I'd look pretty silly in a brassiere. I just need some information.
Okay.
Of course. How can I help you?
Do you recognize this man?
Oui, monsieur. I sold him some grease paint.
Voila!
I'm looking for a man who hired a clown costume from you.
Oui, monsieur. I do not see how I can help.
Don't you keep a record of costumes that you've rented out?
Of course, monsieur, but...
Why would he show you?
I'd like to check your records. Give me the names of everyone who's rented a clown suit.
Impossible. There are too many.
This is France. This is Paris.
The clown I'm looking for is a cold-blooded killer. Give
Oh,
me
that
his
changes
name,
everything,
and I'll see he's brought to
monsieur.
justice.
I'd help you if I could, but you can't expect me to remember all my customers. You see, the clown costume is our most popular line, monsieur. On average, we hire out more than 30 clown suits a week. You'll have to give me more to go by. A description, perhaps?
Like this photo
Are you
again?
sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur.
Are you sure this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur.
Okay,
How
so
come clowns are so popular?
I think it has something to do with their unpredictable nature.
Personally, I think clowns should be banned, along with mimes.
Oh, come now. Who doesn't love clowns?
Me, for one. Have you heard of a man named Plantile?
I do not recall anyone of that name.
Do you want this red nose back?
the red
Not
nose, of course.
after it's been worn, thank you.
Does this dirty tissue mean anything to you?
Let me smell that. Bestheimer's number 7 white pancake.
Theatrical grease paint, right?
Oui, monsieur. La crème de la crème of Thespian accoutrement.
Have you sold any of it recently?
Yes, 2 cans.
Ha ha ha.
About this tissue.
I have already given you my professional opinion.
How do I get
Are
him
you
to just
sure
tell me?
this is the man who bought grease paint?
Oui, monsieur. He chose 2 costumes.
Oh my god.
Bozo the clown and Seamus the pixie.
A pixie?
Very smart. Green silk with a taffeta lining. He gave me his name as Monsieur Khan.
Are you sure this is the...
Oh,
Certainement, Monsieur
Monsieur
Khan.
Khan. Okay. Is that all I'm
About
getting
this
out of him?
tissue.
I have already given
Yeah.
you my professional opinion.
Yeah, but what about
What does this
this?
tool mean to you?
Nothing, monsieur.
That's got to be it
Do
then,
you want
right?
this red nose back?
Not after it's been worn, thank you.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
My pleasure, monsieur.
Okay.
Allow me to shake you by the hand.
Huh? Well, okay.
With, of course. Ha ha ha.
What are you trying to do, kill me?
You did not find it amusing?
I never saw the funny side of electroshock therapy.
Eh bien, it is yours to keep.
Do
Oh.
I need a license?
No, but I give you a word of warning, monsieur.
What?
Remember to switch it off before you visit the toilet.
It was the shake and shock buzzer I'd been given by the man in the costume shop.
I'm sure that's not going to be important for anything later. Interesting electro version of Chopin. Okay. We've got a name, Monsieur Khan. What do we do with that name? Do we I think we go back. here, maybe? If that doesn't lead anywhere, I'll be police station. And if that doesn't lead anywhere, we're coming up on 7 o'clock, so it's probably gonna be towards the end, I think.
Salut, George. What news?
I've been to the costume shop.
I got a name.
Yeah, I like it. What are you supposed to be?
I didn't hire a costume. These are my clothes, and you know it.
Did you ask about the clown?
Yeah.
Boy, did I.
He used the name Khan. He hired 2 costumes, the clown and a pixie.
Then we're one jump ahead of him.
How do you make that out?
He probably plans to use the pixie suit next time he kills.
Oh, God, don't let it be me. I don't deserve to die at the hands of a pixie.
Don't be silly, George. That won't happen.
Oh, no?
No, because every time you see a pixie, you're going to run like hell.
Fair.
What are you doing to help trace the killer clown?
Research, George.
Yeah?
Oh,
You have a copy of the clown's yearbook?
I have a telephone and lots of
stupid the
contacts.
guy told.
Oh. Well, did you find anything useful?
Todrick was like, oh, I
Not
can't help
yet.
if you don't have a name.
I'm
I've got
employing
a
my
name.
first and most useful weapon.
What's that?
Patience.
Oh, I've heard of that. Isn't it a substitute for decisive thinking? May I use your telephone?
Sure, go ahead.
Thanks.
Todrick.
Hello?
Todrick.
Who is this? It's George Stobart again. What now? I found out the name of the guy I'm looking for.
Is that so?
Yeah, it's Khan. You know who I'm talking about, don't you?
Yes, I delivered the suit to his hotel. The Hotel Ubu. I
Aha.
don't remember the room number. It was upstairs. The second room on the right-hand side of the corridor.
Thanks, Todrick. That's all I wanted to know. Now I've got you, Mr. Clown.
Don't think I won't call you in another 10 minutes, so Todrick.
Now we're
Yes, I
getting
will.
somewhere. Do you know the Hotel Ubu?
The Ubu? Yes, I do.
That's where
Yes,
the
I do.
clown stayed.
Good work, George.
Have you found out any more about the murders?
Well, it may be nothing, but both the clown's victims visited Paris earlier this year.
When?
The
Yeah.
second week of July. They were both here at the same time.
Did they meet?
I don't know, but I can't imagine it was coincidence.
See you later.
Where are you going now?
I could go hang out at the Hotel Ubu.
Watch
Talubu.
out for Khan, George.
Don't worry, I will.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the hotel. We're gonna have a little reconnaissance there. And that's probably going to be coming up towards the end of the stream. Before I do that, I do need to nip away for 1 second. I'll be right back. the hotel. Yee. Yo. Hello, perfectly normal looking man.
Excuse me.
Yes?
George, are you sure? Sure you want to talk to these guys?
Do you know a man by the name of Khan?
George,
No,
it's the
I
worst
don't.
idea.
It's very important I get to see him, and
I told you. I don't know it.
I'm
forget
not
it.
gonna. You know what? You know what? Let's just go inside. Let's just go inside. I assume at some point we're gonna have to talk to some of these guys, but I'm gonna go upstairs first. Oh no, which door did you say? Last door? Last door on the right? It's gonna be locked anyway.
the door was locked.
I feel sure I'm gonna have to do some
The
sort
door
of
was locked.
key retrieving puzzle here.
The door was locked.
Yeah. Yeah. Or I'm fairly sure. Yeah. There's an alleyway around the back there.
I want some information.
Who are you? The police?
I'm conducting
yes.
a private investigation.
Ah, I know only too well what you mean. That is one
dear.
of the drawbacks of the catering business. When people book into an hotel, they leave their morals at home, no?
Do you have a guest by the name of Khan?
No, monsieur. Perhaps you would care to check the register.
Perhaps you'd like to take a look at
recognize the man
the
in
photo.
Yes, monsieur. That man is one of our guests.
What name?
I cannot tell you that.
Would you like to shake my hand?
Shake my hand.
I'd rather
Oh,
not, monsieur.
disappointing.
I'm still sore from the shock administered by one of the guests. He was secretly concealing an electrical device in the palm of his hand. Practical jokes are so puerile, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, sure. The man who calls himself Khan has a scar on his left cheek.
Vraiment? I tell you, I do not know a man named Khan.
Maybe not, but I noticed a change in his expression when I
Ha
mentioned the scar.
You know him. You know him.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
Good chance we're gonna have to try and steal this key, but before we do that, so we might need to get him out of the way, but before we do that, let's go.
Just a minute, monsieur.
What's your problem?
Right.
No problem. If you cooperate.
What do you want?
Just a routine security check. Nothing to worry yourself
Oh, of course,
well,
they're
alright.
looking
Searching
for
that.
something. You bet. You betcha, boss.
Hey, knock it off. Get off, you big ape.
Nothing, Guido. Zilch.
Edo.
Our apologies.
What? I had to report you to the authorities.
Right here, we are the authorities.
You want I should break his arms?
No. Let him go, Glenn.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the alley, see if there's a way to climb up to the room. Huh. Maybe not. I've got a feeling, though, that... Oh, we're gonna... You know what? I've worked it out. We're gonna have to climb down from the room. Because whatever we find up there is gonna be what these guys, these goons are looking for. Right, okay, so we're gonna have to get the key. And what's that? What's that? Nothing. Nothing. Okay. How do we get the key? Let's just talk to these guys.
Hi there, ma'am.
Well, hello. What can I do for you?
I'm looking for a man.
You disappoint me, my dear. For one foolish moment I thought... But never mind. Aren't you going to tell me your name?
George Stobart, ma'am.
How sweet! I once had a stable boy called George.
Huge penis.
The common reaction is to kneel and stutter, but it's not obligatory.
A real lady? I mean, you're an honest-to-God aristocrat?
Oh, I don't know about that. Few of my ancestors are honest, not even to God. I can trace my family back to the Normans, but don't let that intimidate you.
Oh, that says a lot.
Beneath that impressive pedigree, I'm just flesh and blood.
Oh, dear Lord.
The blood may be blue, but the flesh is the plump beef of old England, so to speak.
Oh, dear Lord.
You appear distracted, George. Is there any way I can help you?
What is that? What is that?
Are you here in Paris on vacation?
Oh, it's her.
No, darling,
Okay.
I'm on holiday. I needed to get away after Algy's funeral.
I didn't realize you were mourning the loss of a loved one.
I'm not, he was my husband.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a murderer.
Good heavens! You're a private detective.
That's correct, ma'am.
What's the term you Americans use? It's on the tip of my tongue.
I believe what you're thinking of is Dick.
Precisely.
Oh, I'm not a fan of that. Dear Lord.
Have you come across a man who calls himself Khan?
I am familiar with only one person named Khan.
Genghis Khan, the legendary Mongol barbarian chieftain?
No.
No, darling. Kevin.
Kevin Khan? I never heard of him.
I'd be most surprised if you had, darling. He's a pharmacist in Hemel Hempstead. Organises fundraising for the Rotarians. Lovely man.
Does he have a scar on his cheek?
Oh,
I really
God,
wouldn't
George.
know, sweetie.
Do you recognize the man in this photograph?
My God, it's him. That's Merlin.
She represented everything I loved about the English. The lady was totally deranged. Merlin?
Oh, that's what
You mean
inbreeding
King
will do
Arthur's
to you.
wizard?
Good heavens, no. Monsieur Merlin is a fellow guest.
Did I show you this photograph?
Yeah, yeah, you did.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
I have to go, ma'am. Excuse me, didn't I see your picture in the news? You're that Nobel Prize winner from some unpronounceable Eastern European state.
Yes, that is me, in person.
I don't want to worry you, but have you had any threats on your life? You know, mysterious phone calls, letters made up of headlines cut from the newspaper.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you recognize this man? He calls himself Khan.
Yes, I know this man. Why do you carry his photograph?
I'm a private detective. This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one of the names by which he is known.
Yeah, just one?
This is a photo of Khan, right?
That is just one.
Okay.
Thanks for your help.
Right, how... How do we get? Because I assume I can't just pick the key up.
Excusez-moi, monsieur.
Yeah.
What? You are trying to steal that key, no?
Oui.
No way.
How do we get him out the way?
What now, monsieur?
About the key hanging on the hook over there.
Oui, monsieur?
Which room is it for?
Number 21.
Is that room taken?
No? The guests checked out this morning.
Can I have
didn't
it?
check into room 21.
That is not possible.
How come? You said it was vacant.
It is reserved for another guest.
Rats.
Oh, who?
No, monsieur. Dutch.
I've just been manhandled by a gorilla.
Oh, hello, she said.
I do not
There's a
see any
cat.
signs of a
Hello
gorilla.
there.
No, not a real gorilla. It was a guy who looked like a gorilla. It happened right out front of this building.
Let me get this quite clear. Are you complaining or bragging?
I want to know what you're going to do about it. The scrawny one has a gun.
I suggest you contact the police.
Can't you do anything about them?
What goes on in the streets of Paris is hardly my responsibility.
Thanks for your help, buddy.
How do we get the guy away from the desk? So we can grab that key. That seems to be the question. Seems to be the question.
Hi, it's George. I have the address of the killer's hotel.
If you're going to pay him a visit, take care. Remember, that guy's a professional.
Thanks. I'll be fine.
Okay.
Hi, ma'am.
Hello, George. What can I do for you now?
Would you distract the clerk while I
There
borrow
we
a
go.
key?
Are you asking me to aid you in a criminal act, darling?
Oh, no. It's the key to an empty room.
And why, may I ask, do you wish to gain access to an empty room? Do you plan to squat?
No, ma'am.
Scouts honor?
I was never in the Boy Scouts, ma'am.
Oh, you should have been. What were your parents thinking of? It's a fine way for a boy to get licked into shape. Now tell me, why do you want to get into that room?
I'm a detective. We do these things.
Now you're being ridiculous. If you can't supply me with a plausible explanation, I'm not interested.
It's okay. Hello?
Sweetie,
He's a murderer. He also uses the name Khan.
Cat.
I am shocked, Mr. Stewart.
Shaken.
I took him to be a gentleman.
A briefcase?
No, smaller than that. A bundle of papers, perhaps. The clerk put it in the hotel safe and Merlin went out.
I'm sorry to hear about your husband.
You wouldn't be if you... It gave me the opportunity, Daphne. The world remembers... Well, I must... Not at all. I was thinking of cutting that one.
Are you sure?
Yes,
I wonder what...
obvious.
Yeah. I'll bet they had something to do with Plantar's briefcase. Has Merlin returned?
No.
If I could get in there.
And that...
Yes, ma'am.
I shouldn't think my feminine charms would be much use in this case. But a good dose of English arrogance might do the trick. I say! You there! Flunky! madame. Listen carefully. You do understand English, don't you?
But of course, madame.
Good. I wish to deposit some jewelry for safekeeping.
I understand.
Are you quite certain?
Oh, bien sûr, madame.
Oh, I've had my mic switched off this whole time.
Over to you, my dear.
Thank you. Et voila. Okay. Up the stairs we go. Which room was it? I can't remember.
The door was locked.
Oh, lost the connection to my little Steam Deck as well. Never mind. Carry on. Connection's gone. Oh well, we carry on.
The door was locked.
Okay, it's the last one. Okay, thank you.
The door was locked.
Oh, you're really gonna make me actually use a key?
It wasn't the right key for the door. It wasn't the right key for the door.
You're full, George. You're full.
Maybe it wasn't the right room, but this was the right key.
If I remember, we go out the window. There's parts of this coming back to me. We go out the window, shimmy along a little edge, get into the right room. Et voilà. Okay.
The bed was freshly made, and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
What about the cupboard? Oop. Cat needs to get out. I'll be right back. Okay. Also, it's come to my attention that my Stream Deck has been acting all funny, which has been switching my microphone off, which is real handy.
There was nothing in the pockets of the pants.
Did I? There must be something. Must be something, surely.
There was nothing in the pockets of the pants.
That can't be it. Oh, there's a briefcase. Briefcase.
The bed was freshly made.
Yep. Briefcase.
I searched the interior of the briefcase, but as I'd half expected, it was empty.
Yeah. That can't be everything.
There was nothing in the pockets of the pants.
Is that it? That can't be everything. Ah, okay.
The assassin had been too smart to leave incriminating evidence beside his bed.
There's got to be something. Has to be something. Is there something
The bed was freshly
in
made,
the safe, though?
and the crisp white sheets told me nothing about the killer's habits.
Aha, aha.
I had the kind of feeling in my stomach that would usually send me running to the bathroom.
Instead, it sent me quietly and calmly into the cupboard. What? With that, we're going to leave it there because it is nearly 7:30. That's nearly 2 hours. 2 hours of Broken Sword, and I need to go and get some food. So, all being well, on that screen, we will be back same time next Tuesday, hopefully. Maybe a bit later, depending, unless something comes up in the meantime or things change and I manage to sneak in a quick little stream in between. Otherwise, that's going to be it for today. So we'll see you all back next Tuesday or whatever it is. I'll schedule it as usual. Thank you very much. We'll see you later.